Alright guys, sorry for the delay. We are here. We've got a magical game of CS to be played. This is CS Select. I am Sprawll, by my side is Boq, and we are happy to bring you this show match. It's going to be an exciting one. We've got a best-of-3 Incursion versus SKDC. So you're going to see a little bit of stand-in action here from the get-go. We've got Booyaka on the SKDC side. I do believe JDM should be replacing him after this first map, but already we're live in the pistol round. Let's see what's going on here.
And look at this Incursion with a stack over on A, pushing in towards the A garage right now. Paulie takes down one, and here comes the push. Fraud is there, gets one. That's Shinobi down, so it's a 4-on-4, but these T's are lit. They're pushing into the site. Ryan shuts it down with the help of Paulie and Marky, and now it's all on Stan Jesus. A 1v3, not able to come up with the frag. Ryan takes him down, so round number one there, the pistol round going to Incursion, and it was a pretty good pistol round. A great counter strat pushing in A garage like that.
Yeah, definitely caught the T's off guard. Got those frags early on and did not let them take the site. That is a good pistol round for Incursion, as this is SKDC's map choice. So they realized that coming into this map, they would be starting on the T side, Incursion on that CT side. So FAMAS across the board. Looks like Incursion rather, not playing around. They've got two players in B. It's going to be Mark and Paulie, as it does look like it's going to be a B-side play here. Here they come, as no armor, just upgraded pistols across the board. It's going to be Paulie picking up two. Make that third by Marky. Ocean will fire onto Marky. Get that frag. Paulie from the back of sight still alive here. Fraud, last one on the board for the T's, will go down. 4K for Paulie and one frag for Marky. Although he did go down, that is a solid anti-eco from the CT side.
Yeah, and it's the kind of thing you expect to see when the T's don't buy any armor. That you don't really expect them to do a whole lot. They get pretty much mowed down by the FAMAS. It was a good round from Incursion, but I think that's something that a lot of people have noticed in chat is that Fraud is playing for SKDC. So that's something I want to just point out. It is the Fraud. It is the one and only Fraud. I think it's kind of cool to see him playing again, so I have to point out the fact that he is in the server. But yes, that is Fraud. Anyway, we are going to see SKDC on another eco here, picking up some P250s, no armor, no nades, nothing fancy here, just trying to get the bomb down more than likely. Looks like they're set up over towards A, and I believe this is the pause. They did request a pause at the beginning of this round, so due to the GoTV lag, or the delay I should say, not necessarily lag, obviously we are seeing the pause mid-round, so... and just like that, the hiccup is over, and we're back live again.
Yep.
Or
right
not.
as we say that, we freeze back up again. It does look like it's going to be an interesting play here. We could talk a little bit about how Ocean about to come out here. Yeah, certainly. We could do a roster rundown here as SKDC, like I was saying, Booyaka is a stand-in. But JDM should be joining us in the next match, or next map, rather. As
actually, I think he's coming in at half.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Correction. So he'll be coming in at half here. It does look like we're actually live as I watch Relix throw his Glock against the wall, basketball style, bouncing it off, and we'll see if it added some luck to it as Ocean just providing some noise towards that A site. But it does look like they're opting to head back over to. Looks like it's going to be a mid play here as Fraud already dropped in mid. They've got Relix coming down, as well as Stan taking control of this real estate and just slowly actually working towards the vents. They've popped it now. All four of them are opting to head through here, but the problem is the bomb is way behind. Luckily, though, there's no flank or anything like that to contest. Mark will get one. Paulie with a second, as the three of them trying to take this B site, but as of yet, standing strong are the CTs. Finally, a frag going for Relix. Fraud getting another one, so this should mean a bomb plant at the very least, but we're going to see Shinobi quick on the flank here.
And they did find a FAMAS, but again, because of the lack of armor, this is going to be pretty hard to hold off. And all of the CTs have a kit, so there's more than enough time on the clock. Here comes the first nade raining out into the site. Doesn't matter, Ryan's going to go down, or Ryan's going to take down Relly, which is Relix. Fraud got one more before being traded out by SK, but a good eco round there from SKDC, getting the bomb planted to round number 3, picking up 3 frags too, and the name of that round, the name of the game on Catch in general is mid control. It's something we talk about a lot when we watch this map played. A lot of teams don't necessarily put enough emphasis on mid control, and it looks like we're going to see a mid-game sub here I think we're seeing JDM actually sub in mid-game for SKDC. So because of the delay in getting this game started, JDM is able to come in round number 4. So Buyaka, the manager for SKDC, getting relieved of his duties early here, and JDM coming in, and he's already got an op in hand.
Talk about hot swap there, like unpaused as he's joining in and buying up. So does look like they've found their positions, but maybe a bit of a delay getting to where they wanted to go. But being that they have JDM at their utilization, maybe that's a good thing for them, or definitely it's a good thing for them. He's going to be opping, as we do see at the moment he's boosted up mid. Shinobi playing from highway, but directly underneath him, it's going to be Ryan waiting for some sort of boost here. So Ocean peeking out of mid warehouse, trying to get something done. He will pop the vents. Polly is playing inside of there, but not getting peeky at this moment, as we're just seeing a slow round from the T's. This is their first rifle round. They want to make sure they secure it, so looking for any kind of pick, any kind of misstep by the CTs, but starting it off, JDM's going to be on the bench. Shinobi starting things, and that's a great pick. 30 seconds left on the clock for the CTs.
And SKDC is going for a very late play here. You kind of wonder what effect JDM's going to have in the game, considering he is getting into this game very cold. All these other players had chances to warm up. He's coming in mid-game. Paulie picks up a frag on Fraud. Stan Jesus and Relics are there to take down Shinobi and Eski. Eski did get one before he died. That was Stan Jesus, and Relics picking up one more, and now it's down to a 1v2. Relics in the site. He's going to toss a nade and probably take down Paulie. No, Paulie survives. 6 HP left, but Relics is able to get the bomb. So now the 1 versus 2. He's going to have to hold this off. He's being pushed from both sides here, getting pinched in. And this man coming around quad box has no fear. That's Paulie with 6 HP. Doesn't matter. Marky is able to take him down. That's Mark the Shark, a.k.a. Markalodon, formerly of Mythic. So the round in favor of Incursion there. And again, JDM coming into this game in round number 4. Picks up an op right away. But again, he hasn't been warmed up yet. So it might take him a while before he can really pick things up, get things moving for the team. So he could be that big player for the team. But right now, he's probably going to be cold for, I'd say, at least the first 5 rounds until he kind of starts to build up some kind of warm-up and get into the game a little bit more.
Yeah, it's good. Like pulling a basketball player, even if he's a professional, pulling him off the street and be like, okay, hit these threes just like one after another. You need to warm up a little bit. That's just the inevitable part of, well, you could say athletic play. This may be a little bit different, but definitely still the same in that you got to warm up that muscle memory. So we'll see here.
You could pull a forearm.
This is true. You could definitely pull... I've hurt my thumbs playing video games before, so some serious injuries come out of that. We see, though, trade back and forth. It's going to be 4-on-4, as JDM will pick up 1, so has his first frag under his belt. That'll provide a little bit of confidence, as the T's have control of mid. Stan in a very opportune position. Relics taking down Mark, but Stan's still the person to watch, as they are actually entering towards the B site. So Ryan playing from heaven. He's going to try and stop this, but Fraud with a very nice headshot onto Shinobi makes it a 4v2. This is the closest we've seen the T's come to a round, and Ryan will get dropped. It's all up to Eski in a 1v4.
And Fraud with it up in mid. He's going to spot that player out. Eski takes him down, so despite the fact that that was the legendary Fraud, not able to make it happen. He was at one point in time one of the best oppers in Counter-Strike. Not so much anymore. He's still sort of adjusting to CSGO, and a lot of those older players didn't necessarily transition quite as well. Eski, though, down in a 1 versus 3. Relics and JDM at 17 HP combined. Except, though, Eski's going to fall back. It doesn't really matter. If he could have taken down one of those players, it would have been a pretty good opportunity. And Stan Jesus here, the only player that had full HP, was way out of position to help. Here comes the flash. Stan's going to take down Eski, and Eski's going to lose that rifle. So the first round on the board for SKDC coming in round number 5. And yeah, I mean, they looked pretty good there, but I thought for a second that Incursion actually might have been able to take that if he was aware of the health across the board.
Yeah, and he landed a really nice nade onto JDM from Checker. That's what put him down to like 8 HP, and I was hoping that he would go for it, but being that he has little information on how much HP the enemy has, decides to save, but doesn't end up hanging on to it anyhow, so it doesn't really work out in his favor. But Ryan will take down Stan early on, traded upon by Ocean, but 2 frags for the CTs. Paulie and Shinobi picking up frags, so this is falling apart quickly. Relics will collect 1 onto Mark, but the bomb dropped in mid. Fraud, now faced by Paulie, will eventually get that frag, but being on 7 HP, not the situation he wanted to find himself in. So luckily for the T's, they've got a little bit of room to breathe as Shinobi and Eski both pushing through A main. But Relic's actually pushing with Fraud. They're pushing towards A main, and that's going to be a nice frag onto Eski, but Shinobi's still alive here. Definitely can make something happen. He speaks out, takes down Fraud, and that was a very important kill as Fraud with very little HP. It's all up to this 1v1. Relic's on 47 HP. Now knows the location of the CT player, so I imagine he's going to be heading over to this B site and planting and waiting for Shinobi.
And despite the fact that Shinobi picked up a couple kills and the team picked up a couple kills, there's no rifle pickup for him. I mean, he's probably going to try and find one now, but the bomb is going down, and he has no kit, so he's going to have to move fast. He's already in the vent, dropping down with that CZ. 13 bullets in the gun, goes for the shot, not able to pull it out. Wow. Oh my goodness. Incursion picks up the eco round there, and that's going to be round number 5 for Incursion. Now, something we didn't even really have a chance to mention is the fact that they only lost 1 round, and they were already on eco, because prior to this round, SKDC won the last round, and then the round before that came down to 1v2. It was a very close situation, so they lost a lot of guns and a lot of money. But still, Incursion picking up that big eco round could potentially be damning for SKDC. You really need to pick up those eco rounds. I mean, they're already down 4-1, would have made it 4-2, probably would have put them in a better position, probably would have put Incursion's money way down the line from where it is now. So a big round, kind of a bit of a misplay from SKDC, not really putting a whole lot of positional play. The positional play was not really there. When you're playing an anti-eco round, you can't get into those close battles, and that's what SKDC did.
Yeah, you gotta expect some of that aggression and kind of set up accordingly, but didn't work out, and now we see a beautiful HE grenade. Takes JDM down to 26 HP, Ocean to 66. So lots of damage there. Those are the ones that you want to try and avoid, but obviously through that smoke they've got very little time to react, and just a good play from the CTs, but Fraud will open things up with a headshot onto Eski. Firing back is Ryan. JDM will get one onto Shinobi, so trying to take this site. They take down Ryan. It's all up to Polly and Mark. So we'll see what happens as Mark heading up towards Truck. Won't land the spray right away, but finally drops Ocean, making it a 2v3, but quite a bit of damage on Mark, so 26 HP on him. Polly, only full HP. JDM gets a nice peek from Fork. I don't know where the call was, because Polly now will take down JDM, but wasn't looking that way. Stan finishes off the round, though. That's going to be the second T-side round for SKDC. Important that they did that, because like we were saying, they were kind of... Whenever you have the CTs on eco, you need to act like that's a round that you guaranteed need to make happen. You need to convert that round because it's going to be one of the easiest rounds that you're going to be able to do so. But when you drop that, momentum really does go in the CT's favor. So coming back in this in that gun round, that's going to be important for SKDC, just continuing their T-side momentum in this half.
And oh my goodness, SKDC with a bit of a misbuy here. AK on the ground and spawn. Shinobi's going to start things out with the FAMAS taking down Ocean. So already at the advantage, and look at the push from Ryan in mid. Doesn't matter. Fraud's going to take him down. So evening things out at 4 versus 4. Fraud down to 25 HP. And if you would listen to the voice chat in the last round, it was Incursion didn't realize that SKDC had an AWP. And as a result, they peaked a little wider than they should have, and that's what opened up that A site. So a bit of a confusing buy from SKDC caught Incursion off guard, and that's what really opened things up in the last round. In this round, though, it's down to a 4-on-4. Polly with the headshot onto JDM. That's the AWP down, and now the 3 remaining terrorists are very lit. Relics picks up the head of Polly, and it makes it a 3-on-3, but Fraud and Stan Jesus down below, 30 HP each. Fraud was able to find the AWP, and that's the man you want to have it if it's not in the hands of JDM. And they're playing very passively right now, which is wise, just sitting back by A main, but time is ticking away here in round number 8.
Yeah, great flank there from Polly, just getting lots of information as well as that frag. Ended up going down to Relics, but we're going to see Stan opening up this A site. Eski's still alive. Will go down immediately, though. Great entry frags from Stan. But that nade will stop the bomb planter. We're going to see Relics just getting that 1v1 fight. Mark goes down. That's another T-side round, so 3 on the board. They're going to be feeling pretty confident here as this is going to be an eco from the CTs. Incursion in a difficult spot as they don't want too many rounds to go in the T-side favor. 3 is already a little bit, being that we're this early in the half, a little bit worrying. So they want to stuff whatever SKDC has here now, but being on an eco, we'll see if they can convert here once again. They were able to do it once, so definitely viable to do it once again, but we'll see how this happens, as it's going to be a straight-up push trying to counteract this B play. Shinobi drops Ocean after getting one. We're going to see some Vents play. Polly, though, taking down Fraud. It's all up to Eski, though, as in a 1v3 situation, is going to try and push towards Relics. Relics not going to miss that shot, though, and a good anti-eco from the T side. 5-4, as SKDC in a decent spot here in this first half.
Even though they took the round and they only lost 2 players, that was very sloppy from SKDC. They had those CTs dead to rights. They knew exactly where they were. They knew there was 3 players pushed up. They spotted them out. The fact that they couldn't come up with the frags and they let a couple die, they sort of got into that panic mode. When you see a CZ up close, you're like, oh god, just spray, spray, spray. They couldn't get it under control and they ended up losing a player. In this round, though, Fraud's going to get the first frag on the Poly, traded out almost immediately by Ryan. It does look like they're setting up over towards A right now, bomb in A main. And there's only one player really playing A main. There's 2 on highway and both are falling back towards the site a little bit more, but there's 1 man in B. That's the 3-man. I believe that is Markolodon. Mark is in sight. So Mark and Relics having a bit of a peek duel here. Mark should have spotted the barrel. Here comes a molly out, and an excellent one. He's going to get tapped down a little bit there. Relics down to 78. But he might be able to bait these players out on a push. Shinobi picking off the bomb over in A, and that's going to signal his teammates to come help. Bomb down on A. Relics does spot out Marky. So now it's a 3v3, but Relics down to 6 HP. They're just now picking up the bomb, but this could be a big frag over in B because this could make them spread out and thin their defenses. And that could give them the opportunity they need to take one of these sites. Relics obviously already in B, so they know they need to get in there and retake. And I honestly question why they're rotating, because Relic's down to 6 HP in sight. Yeah, he's holding the site, but you know the rotate's going to be on. Relic's, though, picking up a big headshot onto Shinobi. Makes it a 3 versus 2. He's got a man above him in heaven. It's just a matter of if he's going to peek. Ryan has that FAMAS in hand. It only will take 1 bullet to take down Relics. Relic's getting another one. And now it's down to Eski in a 1 versus 3. And he's probably going to just try and save this M4 because the money on that side of Incursion is really not looking good.
Yeah, Relics with some huge frags there. You'd think with how little HP he had just holding onto that B site that as soon as they'd rotate over, he'd be dead. And then what does SKDC do from there? They're kind of stuck in transition between sites. But Relics holds on, hangs onto that bomb site, claims it as his own. And now Eski is forced to save. And it doesn't look like they're going to get aggressive to try and find this weapon. So 5-5 is going to be the score line. You're a little bit worried early on, as 5-1, I believe, was our score line. Or let's see here. It was 4-1, and then it kind of went 1 back and forth. But anyhow, there was a bit of a lead there from Incursion, but definitely it's gone now. 5-5, the score line, and still very little money on the board for Incursion. They're going to have to save here once again. Luckily, they had Eski picking up and saving, obviously, that M4A1S. So that'll be key here. They've got Polly with the CZ75 and armor, but the rest of the players, even Ryan, just staying with the stock pistol. So this is going to be an interesting round. They're going to get aggressive up mid. Ryan and Polly already heading up there. They've got JDM on the boost. And Polly's going to get boosted up here. Can he land the shot? No! Polly gets the frag. And now we see some aggression. Fraud. He's going to go down to Polly as well. And what is this? SKDC down to 3 members. The bomb is at least down on their side of the boost. But that's some decent damage done by the CTs super early on in this round.
And this, again, it's been the tale of the tape for this game. SKDC just panics when it comes to the anti-eco rounds. They let them pick up way too many kills, and they get in really bad positions, losing out multiple firefights to the CZs and the 5.7s. And they were just really caught off guard by that. JDM and Fraud, both oppers for SKDC, taken out. So now it's a 4 versus 3 as Paulie is taken down by Stan Jesus. So the push is on mid. Ryan down to 14 HP over on Toxic Barrels. He's going to try and prevent this push out onto Highway. Gets the headshot. Shinobi actually is the one that picked him up with a P250. Ryan gets dropped by Relics. But now it's a 3 versus 2. And Relics and Ocean are able to take the A site. Ocean picking up the double frag there. Eski and Shinobi down. Marky, the last one up. He's going to get spotted out by Relix over on Shark, trying to find the head of Relix, not able to get it. So that is now the first lead of the game for SKDC, 6-5 coming into round number 12. But the money on Incursion is well good enough to buy, so we're going to be seeing a gun-on-gun round here.
Yeah, let's see what happens, but SKDC definitely feeling confident in their T side as 6 on the board. That's not a bad spot at all. We're still a couple rounds out before the end of this half, so we'll see if they're able to continue that lead. Or if Incursion, they've come close. That eco round was pretty darn close, but didn't work out in their favor. JDM getting into an op duel right now. Ryan down to 37 HP, so felt the blunt of at least a bit of a bullet. Not a clean shot, though, as he still lives to tell the tale, but bomb inside of A main. We've got Stan and Relix working towards Squeaky. It is going to be a split play into the A site, at least it does seem that way. Eski playing near quad once again. He's going to spot the bomb carrier, and Ocean drops him. It's going to be Stan firing back, though, takes significant damage down to 7 HP, but they do at least gain control of the bomb site once JDM hits those shots. Very nice play by him. Pauly, though, trying to take down JDM, will do so, making it a 2v3 fraud down to, or rather Stan down to 7 HP. This is a doable round from the CTs, but it's going to be Mark versus the world as he does get fraud. Now in a 1v2. Again, Stan very low. Oh, that nade could find home, but no, Relix is going to find that shot first, and that's going to be the 7th round for the T's. SKDC running away with this T-side half.
They're definitely picking up steam, and you can see one of the things that's helping is JDM is hitting some nice shots with the op. Still not quite up to the JDM level that I'm used to seeing, but he's starting to pick things up, and it's exactly like we said. When he came into this game, he was coming in cold. Also, keep in mind, they're playing with a stand-in in Fraud, and they were playing with an additional stand-in in their manager, Buyaka, so now that they have at least 4 of the roster members for SKDC, they're playing much smoother, so 7 rounds on the board. This is what we should expect from a team who picks Cash as their map. I know it's the T side, but when you know this map, the T side is not that hard to pick up rounds on. And it looks like Incursion right now setting up for some aggression over on A. These eco rounds have spelled disastrous for SKDC in the past, and they're already looking at some damage on Relix, down to 40 HP. A nice nade from Fraud, though, able to take down Shinobi and open up that B site. Pauly takes down one. That's Relix off the board. Stan Jesus, though, did drop Marky. So Pauly and Fraud getting into a peak battle here over in checkerboard. Fraud decides to back off just a little bit, and he should be able to catch Pauly off guard. Drops in, takes down Pauly. That's going to open up the B bomb site right now as there's no one there. Bomb is over there. Going for the plant. Ocean gets Ryan. Last man standing was Eski. Didn't stand a chance in hell. Ocean takes him down, and that's now round number 8 for SKDC. And Incursion has to be wondering what happened. They were up 4-0. They let a round win go into in round number 5. They came back, won an eco round, and then they've lost every round since.
Yeah, it's kind of fallen apart, as I think part of it could be kind of just the SKDC lineup rather warming up. Like you were saying, JDM coming into this very fresh, now hitting some nice entry frags. Relix going massive as well, as he was a little bit quiet early on in the match. So some players waking up, and we'll see if Incursion can answer the call as this map slipping away from their grasps. They do have Mirage, which is their map pick, but we are going to see here if the B-side hold can take place. Shinobi gets Stan, and that was an A-main pick. But the bomb is situated near B. Ocean goes down right away, but JDM once again, it's a very nice shot, but Pauly, still inside of checkered, will get JDM as he's hopping around the corner. Bomb down, Relix returns the frag. But it is a 2v3 here, so going to be difficult. Fraud and Relix, last 2 on the field. Ryan playing from generator, now up on site. They've got Eski inside of the vents. Let's see how they decide to take here. Relix will get the first frag, now a 2v2 situation.
And Relix knows there's a player in mid just waiting, pushing to that vent. He was trying to bait him out and see if he could just wait for him, but it didn't happen. He's going to go for that plant deep in the site. He's going to bait out a man in heaven. No one's there, though. Eski drops in vent finally, but both men are coming from back B. So both players coming from the same position here. Relix with the flash over. Fraud hits the blind shot onto Eski, and now it's down to Shinobi with the AWP. Gets a nice nade onto Fraud, and now it's down to a 1v1. Relix, the man of the show right now for SKDC spots out Shinobi. Shinobi hits the wallbang shot onto Relics. He's going to have to go for the peek. Shinobi takes him down. So a nice shot from Shinobi ripping off the head of Relics there. Taking round number 6 for Incursion, exactly what they needed. Giving them the chance to potentially make this 8-7 at half, a much more manageable score than 10-5. A good round from Incursion, and I'm still amazed that Fraud hit that shot, but Relics, like you had said, has been playing out of his mind. So even though he didn't get that clutch there, still excellent round from Relics.
6-8 the scoreline, and definitely needed that round on the Incursion side. So now at 8-6, they're looking to try and make it an 8-7 half. They obviously can't win the half as the T's already with 8, but Pauly opening things up will take down Ocean. And that's an early lead, but Stan already pushed up mid. He's lurking through the smoke up a highway. Pauly gets the frag onto him, so it's going to be a 3v5. Fraud still just playing in mid-warehouse. JDM boosted up. Relics right outside of Squeaky. So they're just playing slow here as they have definitely given away the man advantage. Working all over the map very aggressively, but didn't work out in their favor, and now in an awkward spot. We've got a couple of low CTs, so Pauly down to 14, Shinobi 26, Ryan on 59. So definitely not out of this yet. We do see JDM picking up a very crucial frag onto Shinobi. Ryan about to peek out, but right when he does so, Relics will land a beautiful nade. JDM with another op shot. It's now a 2v2 as the bomb moving up a highway. We've got Ryan outside of Z, and Marky playing from B site. So should be a free site for the T's. Let's see how Mark and Ryan decide to deal with this.
And it's the two big players for SKDC left standing. Relics, obviously top fragging right now at 20-7, and JDM, the man with the op, he's got a 2-frag on the round, hoping to pick up that third and maybe even the fourth. They know that there's a player fourth, but they go to spot him out. Relics gets dropped after taking down Marky, and now it's a 1 versus 1. Ryan and JDM. JDM with the op comes up with a frag, and that's going to be 9-6 in favor of SKDC's. The kind of score you expect to see when a team picks their map, and they're going to be moving into the CT side of this map with the definite advantage. So if they could pick up Pistol, they could definitely put this map behind them and move right into map number 3.
Map number 2, definitely.
Map number 2, yeah. Math's hard. I can't count.
I know the feeling, man. I know the feeling, but we're going to be live here. Second pistol round. Ocean picking up that defuse kit. We've got 3 pieces of armor, Fraud, Relics, and Stan. JDM with a 5.7 and an HE grenade. At the moment, it looks like it's going to be an A-side play. They've got Pauly boosted up. Just the counter play, I imagine, once they try and hit A, he's just going to be going through mid, working any rotation frags. But here we go. Heading out into the A site. Ocean actually playing the retake here. Fraud hits a nice shot from Highway, though. Now moving up balcony. Can he make it up in time? He does. That nade flying on in. Ocean gets a nice one onto Eski. Bomb has been planted. And this is where Pauly comes in handy. He's going to get a flank kill onto Stan. I don't think he spotted Relics coming from Squeaky. JDM onto Ryan. It is going to be a retake here. Pauly, can he hold? Will go down. And not a bad idea from Incursion, but SKDC playing that retake to a T and actually putting no players in sight. They had Fraud A Highway, and I believe it was Ocean playing from Truck. So they were just completely playing the retake, hoping to maybe get a USP headshot as the T's entered, and they did so. So making that retake fairly easy. And now 10-6 is our score line. CT side looking solid as we've got 4 rifles on the board, 1 Bison. Comes next.
They were basically playing the range game. They know that the Glock at range is not necessarily the greatest pistol, and the USP obviously known for its one-tapping. So they were just giving the sight up, knowing that they had the ability to retake, and that's exactly what happened. We're going to see a push onto A, though, quick here. Ocean gets the first one, gets the second as well. They're already in the sight, gets the third. JDM was 1, Fraud with another, and a nice cleanup round there. A clean sweep from SKDC.
Yeah, that was what they needed to do there. They want to make sure they keep as much money as they can in these anti-eco rounds, and certainly that's the way to do it. As now round 18 on the way, and it's going to be a force buy from the T side, opting to just get AKs across the board, but as we can see, they only have 1 smoke grenade. So opting to buy in the third round. They did get a bomb plant in that first, so Shinobi starts things off. JDM maybe not suspecting that rifles on the board. Although, again, they got that bomb plant. Got to be prepared here. Ocean takes down Mark, though. It's going to be a nice trade in the other direction. Polly, though, peeking out onto Fraud. That's going to be a good one, as Polly switching over to his knife probably could have got one onto Ocean, but now Ocean has the opportunity to fire back, but Polly still gets it. It's going to be a 2v4 situation.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty difficult for them to make this happen. Relic's able to get one with the Bison. Picks up an AK for his troubles. Goes for the spray down onto Polly, gets him, and now it's a 2 versus 2. Bomb just getting planted here in round number 18. Relics with the AK and a 2 frag on the round. Stan Jesus with the FAMAS and plenty of nades. Both players have kits. Ryan and Esky have nothing to fend this off. Relics gets the first one, and now it's a 1v1 as Esky trades him out. Stan Jesus does have a smoke and a molly. He's going to toss a molly. Will he toss the smoke as well? Taps that defuse. Knows Esky has to run into the fire. Goes for the peek. The spray battle goes the way of Stan Jesus. And that's going to be round number 12 for SKDC, taking a very healthy advantage right now over Incursion. And that's going to be 6 rounds over Incursion on the CT side, with Incursion going into an eco, and it looks like SKDC right now is poised to take map number 1.
Yeah, they're looking solid here. Incursion kind of going to be the last chance fairly quickly, as we're not completely out of this map, but definitely getting close to it, as the momentum on the CT side. They don't have a ton of banks. Stan's got 4,800, Relics with 2,500, but they can close this one out flawlessly, which they're hoping to do, obviously. Here the peak is, and Relics, that looked like it should have hit 2, but only gets 1. Now it's all up to Stan, as he's got 2 Ts trying to kill him here, but it's going to be Shinobi. Went all the way through CT spawn, ends up getting Fraud with a crazy shot to the head, but that's going to be only 2 frags on the board, and that's not bad at all for the CT's economy. Obviously, they didn't want to lose anything, but 2 is better than losing 3, so they are able to repurchase for those team members. 87 still on the board, though, for Stan, so at least his bank is growing. The rest maybe need some financial advice, but that is besides the fact. Round 20 underway.
It is going to be a buy here from Incursion. AKs and grenades across the board. Shinobi the only one who doesn't have full grenades, only a flashbang. Fraud's going to get the first frag on the round. Pauly is down. So the advantage early here to SKDC, and at this point, Incursion needs to clean up rounds and do so very neatly. They can't afford to lose multiple players. They can't afford close round situations because they just don't have the money to do that. There's already 2 off the board. Ryan is dropped as well, thanks to JDM. Ocean's going to pick up another, and they're setting themselves up for the team ace here. Markolodon going to peek into A main and takes down Ocean. Makes it a 2v4. Time is ticking away here. 57 seconds left on the round. Fraud with another frag on the round. That's Shinobi down, and now it's down to Mark. 1 versus 4. Fraud and JDM both looking very good in this round. Here comes Relics on the push mid. Should be able to spot this player out over on Squeaky. Just not getting there in time. JDM trying to wallbang through garage door. Mark spots out the head of Relics. A nice shot from him. Makes it a 1v3. But 35 seconds left in the round, and they know where he is. Nade rains in. Fraud hits the shot. And that's round number 14 for SKDC. And it's going to be a light buy here from Incursion, more than likely. Unless they want to try and play for overtime.
Yeah, looks like they're going to be forcing up, so AKs across the board other than... nope, Shinobi does get it, just minus the head armor, so those M4s might act like AKs this round, but not a huge deal. Now, we do see a bunch of them heading towards mid, bomb heading towards back halls at B. So on the other side of the smoke, we do see it's going to be Relics pushed up. Oh, he's going to be the man to watch as he gets 1. Can he get a second? He does. Pauly making it all the way through, but Fraud puts an end to him. So it's all on to Shinobi and Markolodon, as they're just on the other side of the smoke here. Flashes out from SKDC. They look like they're getting a little antsy, and they want to get those last 2 frags, but playing it cautiously, they will fall back to sight and just wait it out. Shinobi does spot JDM, actually eats an AWP bullet to the shoulder, down to 28 HP. Now 1 to the face. Those he won't survive. Mark in a 1v5, similar scenario to what we just saw him in. See if he can go big here, but this is going to be rough. He's going to try and take that first frag, misses. And that first one's always going to be the most difficult. Relics puts him down, and that's going to be the end here of that round anyhow. Match point for the CTs in SKDC. 1 more is all they need. And look at the money situation from Incursion.
Yeah, not a lot of money on Incursion, picking up Galil's AKs with armor, no head armor. And right now, Relic's sitting at 30 kills. He's got that 30 bomb coming into round number 22. And this is exactly what you expect to see from a team when they pick their map. They have not surrendered a single round to Incursion on the T side. And due to GoTV delay, we're going to see the map switch. So the assumption is that SKDC just won 16-6 on Cash. At least that's my assumption.
That's definitely going to be it, and we'll make sure that doesn't happen for next time, guys. That's just because essentially the person running the server, they've switched the map before we actually on GoTV saw it. So, anticlimactic way to end this first map, but it is going to go SKDC's way. So I did want to just quickly let you guys know what's going on in terms of giveaways. You guys have been informed. There's some giveaways going on. So all of those giveaways are going to happen after the broadcast. So it is factory new. We got AK-47 Cartel. We've got Stat Track, Scouts, Dual Berettas, Tech 9s, FAMAS, Nova. We got plenty of skins to give away. I think 7 total. But that'll be happening after the stream finishes. So basically, the last map will end. You'll see the stream at least blip for just a moment, and then they'll come back, and they'll be doing all the giveaways. So that is the idea behind the giveaways. But in the meantime, we're going to make sure that you guys are able to see the conclusion of the next map, as that's a little bit of a technical hiccup on our end. But we're going to take a very short commercial break here, guys. When we return, we'll have map number 2. All right, guys, we are back. Map number 2. It's going to be Mirage, as this is a best-of-3 show match. SKDC versus Incursion. I am Sprawll. By my side is Boq, and we're already in pistol round here. You can see SKDC on that CT side. This is the map pit for Incursion. Stan hitting a crazy shot onto A ramp already. Gets a second one as well. Eski finally fires back, but this is all down to Eski. He's done. That's it. Only one frag for the T's. That's going to be SKDC picking things up very, very easily in that pistol round.
I'm pretty sure every kill in that round for SKDC was a one-tap from the USP. That was crazy fast. A lot of kills coming in really quick. Stan picked up 2 from Triple, and Relic's picked up 2, Ocean picking up another, but wow, that was just the typical lightning speed pistol rounds you see and go.
Yeah, now it's going to be an anti-eco as we see 4 terrorists moving out mid, and this is something that I don't see as much. They have, I don't know if that was their smoke or not, but it at least gives them a little bit of coverage, whether it was the CTs or not, I'm not sure, but it's going to give room for the Ts to get a little bit of mid control, but being that they only have pistols, that's the problem. This is more or less at range. We do see all of the Ts dropping like flies. No frags for the Ts, as, again, they tried to take mid control, but unless you really can get up close, like we saw them attempt to do. They tried. They definitely did. They tried to work kind of the short range angles, but it's not until you actually make it to connector, make it to underneath window, make it to cat, where you can play that. So they were down to, I think, 3 players by the time they were in that location. So not working out for them. It's going to be a 3rd round underway.
Yeah, and because of the lack of plant from from Incursion, they're not going to be able to buy up here. Another eco from them. Tech 9, 3 P250s, and a Glock on Poly. Meanwhile, the SKDC side looking pretty good. Definitely set up for anti-eco here. Stan with the P90, Relics with the Swag 7, and JDM and Els picking up the FAMAS. Els obviously swapping in here for Fraud, so they have their full lineup at last. So first they started out with Buyaka and Fraud. Buyaka got replaced by JDM, then Fraud got replaced by Els here in the second map. Looks like Incursion is setting up for the A-Take, and Relics with the Swag is going to get one. That's Pauly down. Going for the repeat, not able to get the kill. Shinobi drops him with the P250. Ocean here on stairs trying to get the shots onto the men pushing up from Tetris. Doesn't find them. Manages to escape in the smoke, and the help from JDM there does come just in time. Unfortunately, JDM's going to get dropped. Elsa on the flank, getting Markolodon and Eski down. Ocean picked up Ryan as well, so a good round from SKDC there. Not necessarily perfect, but the fact that they all had kind of weaker rifles, P90s, you know, the Mag 7, they were poised to lose those weapons anyway. They were going to toss them away, so they could afford to die because they're going to be buying up for the real rifles here. And we do see JDM picking up that op, and we'll see where he's going to take it.
And it looks like he's situated in window room, so who's going to test them, though? They actually smoke off window, and that's a great one. A lot of times we see that window smoke with a crack in the side. Not that one, so it's going to work out well for them. Heading up Cat right now. Else about to get tested as they're coming around the corner. Mark tries to get the frag, will get dropped, though. Eski gets the trade. Stan still alive in sight. We'll see how much damage he can do. Again, he's fully blind right now. Finally gets Ryan. Ryan was fully blind as well. Pauly gets JDM. Shinobi onto Stan. It's going to be a 2v2 as they already have the CTs inside of Market. Bomb has been planted. Peeking out, that's going to be Ocean grabbing a crucial frag. Now Eski. And a 1v2, 13, make it 17 HP. Goes down to Relics. And the 4th round on the board for the CTs. This is it's looking to be a little bit scary here for Incursion. This is their map pick, and starting on that T side, of course you're going to do all right, or at least hopefully in their case on that CT side, but they need to get the ball rolling here on the T side, and they just dropped that first rifle round. Now they're in a difficult spot. Do they force up? If they force up, they're not going to have a lot of utility, and they are going to go for the force up. They do not want to wait to a 5-0 scoreline, or of course they could get an eco round, but being as how these rounds have played out, probably not the most realistic strategy. So round number 5, they are going to rifle up, but we'll see what they have in store for the CTs.
Yeah, they might as well call this map DE Smoke, because if you've watched Mirage play, smoke play on Mirage is one of the biggest pieces.
Whoa.
That smoke in mid, the smoke on Cat, the smoke, the smoke window in B. I mean, smoke play is huge. We're going to see an early frag from Ryan, picking off JDM. That's the off down, but Ocean responds. They're setting up for some mid play, and here's the smokes we were just talking about. There's a smoke on connector and a smoke window, and they're going to boost right into it here. We'll see if Ocean is ready for this, and it looks like he's going to turn his back on it, so he could be potentially caught off guard by this man in the window there. That's Pauly. Let's see if Ocean turns the corner. No, Pauly's going to take him down, but there's a man in ladder room. That's Elsa Mama able to trade out Pauly and make it a 3v3. Eski, Shinobi, and Marky versus Stan, Jesus, Relics, and Else. And it looks like they're going to be opting for that ATK here as the 7-man for Incursion already on that site. That's Shinobi. Relics here kind of in a 1v3 situation behind that pipe box inside. He's going to have to come up with some big kills, and he gets the first one traded out immediately by Eski. The help coming from CT just not there in time. They stacked over towards B thinking that the rotate was on, and instead they get that bomb plant here. Both players pushing up from ticket booth, doesn't even matter. Stan and Else dropping Eski and Shinobi. And that's round number 5 for SKDC, and it's probably going to put Incursion on the eco coming into round number 6.
Yeah, we'll see. They did get a bomb plant, and they have max loss bonus, so we'll see what they decide to do here. They've got 4,000 on all of their players, or over 4,000, so I think they're probably just going to force up, but the problem lies in that there's no AWP there unless someone wants a glass cannon, and that's not going to be the case. So 5 AKs across the board. They've got decent nade set as well. That's the benefit of that full loss bonus. You've lost 5 in a row plus that bomb plant. You can continue to get buys out if you can continue to get that bomb planted. So we are going to see here if they can make it something work, though. As we can see, Mark is on 0 frags right now. Ryan, he hit his first frag last round onto JDM, and that was a very crucial pick, but he was traded upon by Ocean shortly after, and now we've got 3 of the terrorists taking mid-control. Flashes out on Cat. Else very close inside of ladder room. Is going to peek out momentarily. They've called the location, get the frag. But JDM from connector will return. Or rather, I believe that was actually from window. Yeah, through window towards Cat. And bomb just hanging out in mid. See what happens next as Eski takes down Ocean. 3v4 situation.
Ocean got a little aggressive there, pushing the smoke on connector, got taken down because of it. JDM and window down to 18 HP thanks to Markeladon pushing up ladder room right now. So it is down to a 4v3, and JDM wisely falls out of window with that op because a nade could take him out. Here comes a flash in, so he knows they're going to be trying to push him here. So he's going to try and hold that angle and take Pauly down as he wraps into the window. Spots him out, a nice shot. Taking down Pauly, evening up the odds. Now a 3v3. Stan, Relics, and JDM versus Eski, Shinobi, and Mark. Mark dropping in the window. Bomb heading over towards A. And again, there's only a single player there for the CT squad. That's Relics. and he's hiding in Palace. This is actually a really strong position, not something that they would typically expect. If Mark holds his position from the reverse, he goes for the peek, and oh my gosh, Relics picks up 2 frags. Bomb in sight. He's going to go for the re-peek with the USP, and wisely falls off as time is going to expire here, and Eski gets barbecued by Relics. So even though it's well past 4th of July, Relics serving up a delicious plate of barbecue. And that's now 6 rounds for SKDC on the CT side of Mirage.
And look at this, Eski with $700 because he died in the fire after the bomb timer. That's just worst case scenario. He's got no money at all. So the other team, or rather the other teammates, getting full loss bonus there. He gets nada. So save round for Incursion. And this is looking rough as the money from... Actually, I was going to say the money situation from SKDC is getting a little out of control, but it's not, quite honestly. They've made these rounds at least close enough that the monetary situation, they could flip it on its head very quickly here if they get a couple rounds in a row on the T side, but that's a nice nade onto Ryan. Else getting 2. And they've got 1 player heading up connector quick, but it's going to be Eski putting some fire onto Else. And you see Marky getting 1 frag, Polly with another. Going to even up the man count a little bit here, but Polly now can hold of that CT rifle, but goes down. Relics drops Mark, and Stan onto Polly. Going to be the end of the round, and 7-0 our scoreline here.
I don't know if you picked up on what JDM did there. JDM stood on the ledge of window and body blocked the smoke.
Oh, that's awesome.
So the smoke that they've been tossing, I don't know if it was intentional or if it just happened.
I think it was probably was intentional, because I've seen Kenny S do that before. Some of the best oppers know to do that, but
so he body blocked on the edge. The smoke falls short, and he has a crack to shoot through. Unfortunately, he couldn't find the shot.
He's going to do it again. He's going to do it again. Oh, he missed it. It just missed his head. No, he's trying to headbutt the nade.
It's smart play. I mean, it's the kind of thing they assume that their smoke hits. Then they peek, you have a crack shot, something that you can hit. It's very wise to learn things like that. But unfortunately, last round when he pulled it off, he didn't even hit the shots that he needed to hit. Still, though, the knowledge that op can see you, that changes the round altogether. This round, though, quickly going the way of SKDC, Paulie, Ryan, and Marky all down already. The only kill for the T side is Elsa Mama. So now it's a 4v2. Shinobi in mid here is going to get into a duel with Relics. Comes out the victor. Going for the kill onto Ocean. Not able to find it. Eski now in A site by himself with the bomb. Could be able to get the plant here. 50 seconds left on the round. Ocean over towards connector. Peaks down to 6 HP. So Eski's going to go for that plant. We'll see if he gets spammed through the box. He's going for the spray, not able to find it. Molly rains out into sight. Eski here, 10 HP versus Ocean, Stan, Jesus, and JDM. JDM trying to spot the shot through the box with the op. Doesn't matter. He peeks wide on triple, and Ocean gets the frag. So 8 rounds in a row for SKDC. Incursion really struggling here on the T side of their map selection. So I'm a little bit confused. Maybe SKDC was just better on Mirage than Incursion knew.
Could definitely be the case here, but that monetary situation I was talking about on that CT side that wasn't looking so good, yeah, they're doing pretty good now. They've got a lot of money. JDM's got an AWP plus 9K, so Stan with 7,300. They're doing all right. There is a couple players that need some money management skills, and of course I say that jokingly. It actually has nothing to do with they're just buying weapons, so don't take that seriously. I'm not actually saying they've got issues, but it is going to be an A-side play here. They've got Shinobi. He's going to get picked in mid, so that's one of their angles taken away. Relics taking down Mark. Polly was able to take down Ocean as a 3v4. Polly's going to be that entry fragger, and with Relics missing that op frag, it's going to make it a 3v3, so this is a close-looking round. We've got Else and Stan rotating through CT spawn. JDM from connector. Bomb has been planted, but Stan getting a crucial first frag on this retake. It's Eski and Polly, as Polly now moving in towards the smoke, towards CT spawn, gets dropped by Else, and things are falling apart. Not a bad nade from Eski, but now they know the location. JDM goes down. 1v2 tries to get Stan, but it won't happen here. An Incursion still on a nil scoreline. 9-0 is the scoreline for SKDC. Running away here with this map number 2. They picked up map number 1, and they're looking to close this out in convincing fashion.
Look at the spread on SKDC. You have Ocean, Elsa, and Relics all sitting at 11, 12, 11. That's what you want to see from your team. You never want to see one player with like 25 kills and everyone else in single digits. As fun as it is to watch somebody do that well, it's never something you like to see because it doesn't bode well for the team. Right now, even the player on the bottom, JDM at 4-4, not really a bad score. Stan Jesus also 7-2. He's only died twice in 9 rounds. I mean, that is very healthy scores for the CT side of SKDC. Meanwhile, on the opposite side, the best fragger for Incursion is 6-9. It's just a matter of they're not getting the kills. You know, they're trying to execute here, but they're using defaults, and they're just getting mowed down by SKDC. At this point, they're just being out-aimed.
Yeah, they need to get trades at the very least, and we're going to see here if they can make it happen on A-Ramp. Relics, see spamming onto one player. We're going to see Ryan take down Ocean, so Relics finally gets a frag, but Burning to Death will go down. JDM hits Shinobi, though. It's a 3v3 as they enter the site. Ryan with another frag, though, making it 3v2. This is close as they've come. Ryan with another frag. It's all up to Stan, and Stan can clutch here. This is the end of the morale from Incursion, but does look like to be the first T-side round as a nice smoke grenade helps out Stan. He gets one into Pauly, now flicks over, almost got it onto Eski as 9 HP on him. Almost got his cursor over to make that frag happen, but one on the board here for Incursion. We'll see if they can put some in a row, because if SKDC decide to just fall back, kind of just relax, could be Incursion picking up some rounds. So being that they have one on the board, definitely need to put a couple together. They could make it a 9-6 scoreline. At this point, it's a little unlikely to see them go 6 in a row, but anything can happen, and who knows, maybe they just needed that one round in. But JDM, he's going to say no as he pushes up mid.
And that confident play from JDM is the kind of thing that can ultimately damn them, because when you start getting into that position where you're up by a lot, you start getting cocky, you get arrogant, you get overly confident in your ability to outfrag your opponent, and as a result, you start putting yourselves in a position that you don't want to be in. And that's basically what happened in the last round. This round, maybe not so much. JDM pushing up mid, just trying to catch them off guard. But it is down to a 3v3, so not quite the stomp that we've been seeing from SKDC in previous rounds. Incursion could take another one here. If they could change the 6 rounds together and make it 9-6, that would be big, but I can't say from what I've seen from them that that's going to happen.
Oh, Stan with a beautiful hold on Cat, down to 1 and Eski will take down 2, so that actually makes it a 1v1 situation. Relics from Market. Eski very low on HP. He hasn't moved from site as he hasn't had the opportunity. Now he's lurking around a little bit, but I believe Relics, yeah, he spots a little piece of his head there, so knows he's sight, but doesn't know exact angle. And Eski with a beautiful frag gets a hat trick, and that's the kind of life we need to see from Incursion, that individual play here. Let's see if his team can get behind it. He's now at 11-0-9. Like we were saying, it's not always a healthy thing to have one player kind of over-fragging the rest of the team, but we'll see. Maybe he can get in the heads of his teammates, make sure that they can get lively like he is, but it's going to be round number 12. Will be an eco from SKDC, so 2 rounds in a row victory. This could mean a third as Incursion taking this A site.
And we could be seeing that 9-6 scoreline if things keep up here. Shinobi and Pauly take down Else and Ocean. There's Relic sitting in connector with a pistol, gonna get the frag onto Shinobi, gets traded out immediately. That's the only kill on the round for SKDC. JDM on the hard flank here coming into Palace. Might be able to spot a player out as they rotate out of sight, but gonna be awfully difficult. P250, no armor, and here comes a flash. Mark is aware that there could be a player there. JDM just playing it slow, trying to pick up some exit frags here, but Incursion not really looking to give them anything. So we could be seeing 9-3 here for Incursion, as it seems that JDM obviously well out of position, no defuse kit. He's going to fall back, try and pick up these kills in T-spawn. But yeah, I mean, we've been seeing some signs of life from Incursion. That 3K in the last round from Eski, it looked like that had gotten shut down. Stan picked up 2 quick kills, then I think he got team flashed by the player pushing out of Market. And that's when Eski came in, took down both those players, made it a 1v1, and then hit that nutty shot onto Relics. So Incursion has the ability to take these rounds. They just need to remember that they can do it.
Exactly. We'll see here if they can make something happen once again. It'd be great for them to win out in this half, make it 9-6, but already 3 on the board. If they can make it 11-4, that's not a bad scoreline, as we have seen. Especially when a team is very solid at the CT side. It's difficult, very difficult to get these rounds on the board on T. So we'll see if Incursion has that same kind of grasp on the CT side to shut down the T side of SKDC. But as of now, we still have a couple rounds left in this half. 9-3 the score line, and they've got Pauly situated right outside of A ramp. I imagine he might make some noise before they try this B side play, and yeah, he's going to be poking his head up into A side. Hasn't spotted anything as of yet. Ocean underneath the balcony. He is going to peek over towards ramp, and that's going to be a nice frag for Pauly, though. Ocean misses that shot, and now we've got Stan on the rotate, now realizing that they're heading his direction, misses some shots on those players heading through apps. Will finally get one. When the reload goes down, though, and both the players holding the B site are nowhere to be found, as it is a retake. Relics and JDM.
Yeah, Relic's now the last man standing over in market. He knows where these players are, but they spot him out. And he's going to have a very hard job here as he pushes out of the window, or out of the door for that matter. Shinobi takes him down, so now 4 rounds on the board. Incursion looking very good, and it's going to be another eco from SKDC. So Incursion very well could close this out 9-6 at half, even if it's 10-5 compared to what looked like was going to be a 15-0. They got to be thrilled. I mean, Mirage can be very CT-sided if the team knows how to play it, and Incursion not necessarily looking like a strong T-side on this map. They're just using default strats, so this could be wonderful for Incursion if they can put together a 9-6 half.
And we're going to see another A-side split as Ryan working with Pauly in mid. Stan really close around the connector corner, though. We'll get one in JDM. Rather, JDM getting him as he takes down Stan, but it is going to be an A-side play here. Else goes flying up into oblivion. Shinobi gets one into Ocean. And it's JDM and Relics live to try and retake this site. The bomb is being planted, and this is going to be difficult as JDM looking like he's just going to save. He was able to pick up that AK-47. So now it's just Relics looking for an exit frag, and see if he can do so. He'd like to grab a rifle for the last round, as they're not going to have a ton of money on the CT side. Yeah, they'll have enough to get it in a force buy, obviously, and get some rifles, but if he can get an AK, that would be beautiful. But Markey putting him down. It's going to be JDM left, but ooh, Ryan comes around the corner, spots him, and gets the frag onto JDM, so no rifles going into this final round of the half. And Incursion picks up their 5th round. Let's see if they can get 6 on the board. They've definitely prepped themselves for it. We've got JDM with an AWP. He's got enough for armor as well. And will be full equipment from that CT side. But can they close out and make it 10-5? Or will it be Incursion taking 6 rounds on the T side? And that's not too shabby at all.
No, and it's basically just Incursion. They're finding their form here on Mirage, and if they can carry this momentum into the second half, that would be big. Eski's going to get a frag early onto Ocean, but JDM smoke does not land in window. That's got to be big. JDM down to 2, though, as nades rain out. Relics is going to take down Pauly, but Else gets traded out there, making it a 3-on-3, but JDM very lit going towards market. He's going to try and pick these players off as they come around. Get right. Gets the first one. That's bombed down. Ryan dropped. Stan Jesus picking up a big frag on Markey, and Shinobi goes down as well. So 10-5 at half. SKDC really needed to pick that round up to stop the momentum that Incursion had built. Otherwise, Incursion could ride that wave directly into the CT side, take pistol, and tie it up at 9-9.
And we'll see here, though, being it's 10-5. SKDC obviously wanting to pick up this pistol, but Incursion, they need this pistol. They have to have it, and not to say they can't win if they don't get it, but definitely it's going to make their lives much easier. As the T-side strat looks like it's going to be an A-take. A slow one at that, though. We've got JDM and Stan prepping their grenades, as they're going to be smoking over towards... Ooh, I believe that the one for the top of stairs missed. It fell into the sandwich position, but that's going to be Shinobi going down. Mark gets 1. But traded upon, the bomb being planted. This is going to be difficult, but Pauly, the T's trying to get aggressive onto CT spawn area. JDM finally takes that frag. It's Eski and Ryan, as it's all down to Ryan now. 1v2, Ryan jumping towards A-ramp, gets the frag, and that makes it a 1v1. Else versus Ryan. Will tap the bomb. Else now from CT spawn spots out Ryan, knows he's not on the bomb, but it looks like Ryan is just opting to rush the player and needs to do so. No time on the clock. He's gonna go for the knife kill. Gets one swipe in, gets a second, but it doesn't matter as the bomb goes off. That was still an awesome knife frag regardless.
Well, what's big about that knife frag is the money. So look at his money compared to the rest of his team. Despite the fact that Incursion lost that, he's got 3,300. So he can actually drop. He's dropping a scout for Shinobi, and he's able to pick up a pistol himself. I wouldn't be surprised if he went and bought a FAMAS and tried to catch them off guard. Instead, though, he's picking up that scout wise, I guess, trying to balance out the money a little bit. But yeah, the knife kill, even though they lost the round, gave him mucho dinero. Shinobi is going to make big work with it, too, picking up relics and else early in the round. And you can see just what that scout is doing for this team.
Yeah, great work already. Ocean finally fires back, though, as Mark goes down. Shinobi playing from jungle misses a shot onto Ocean. But the bomb is heading towards this A site as Ocean does have control, but not if Shinobi has anything to say about it. Gets another frag here. He's going to peek out, though. JDM finally puts an end to him. And this is where it gets a little dangerous, as we do obviously see, well, actually, I didn't realize, but armor on all the CTs. They picked up weapons. JDM in a 1v3 where he's got a Galil and AK against him. Eski is going to be the least equipped, but getting that headshot frag puts him down, and Incursion's not out of this. They're going to pick up that anti-eco, as clearly Shinobi with that scout as a god just gets some crucial frags. 3 on the board for him, and making that knife frag worth its weight. As now, Incursion throwing the T side on an eco.
The reason the knife frag was so big wasn't because of the scout necessarily, it was because he could drop a scout, pistol armor himself, and the player who received the scout, Shinobi, could buy armor. So, all of a sudden, that aim punch was not a factor only because of that knife kill. And they got multiple frags in the round just because of that scout. I mean, it set everything up there. So SKDC caught off guard by that scout and that knife kill. That definitely made decent work. The nades into apartments there, doing some serious damage. And the mow down, Paulie and Eski cleaning things up over on the B site. And Paulie, 221 damage. Oh my god.
That's a lot of damage. That's a money nade if we've ever seen one. So round 19.
Absolutely.
Let's see what's going on here, as we've got Tech 9s on 3 of the players. We'll see if Relics decides to equip one as well. Nope. Gonna stick with that P250, stand with a Glock in hand. So another eco round here, as it's as if the pistol round was lost for the T side. They're gonna have to eco a couple. We've got Paulie pushed way up mid, so much information to gather for the CT side, and I'll be surprised to see if they don't have an early rotate over towards this A site. Shinobi gets 1. Ocean on the bench, as going to be most of the T's going down. JDM tries to get 1, but nope. That's going to be a flawless round here for Incursion. That's a very important one as they gather quite a bit of money. Look at the situation right now. 2 of their players over 9,000. And I'm not talking power level. Just the fakest laugh ever. I like it though, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
Canned laughter. WAV. Anyway, Incursion here looking aggressive on mid. Shinobi and Ryan both pushed up. Paulie as well. There's only one player in mid though. That's Else, way deep in mid, and there's a lot of emphasis over towards A. If they can kill Elsa, they can flank. Squeeze off these players on A. Doesn't matter though, and this could be big because that mid push didn't work out. These players fall back into A, and now there's a 4-man hold on A, and SKDC unknowingly walking into a blender here. Paulie and Marky picking up 3 quick frags. Shinobi as well. Paulie is the only frag for SKDC. JDM picking him off with his op. Now it's down to Else, the one player that was deep mid, pushing up towards connector here. AK in hand, spots a player towards triple box, can't get the kill. Ryan peeks, takes him out. So a big round there from Incursion. That aggression on mid didn't pay off, and they fell back right as SKDC pushes out into sight. Everything sort of just accumulated in that gunfight there. So SKDC now ecoing again, and Incursion looking to tie us up here. Getting very close. They're going to be facing off against this eco. They could make it 11-10, possibly take the next round. And all of a sudden, that huge deficit we saw in the first half is completely eliminated.
Yeah. It's a great situation for Incursion, as We've got 3 of the T's heading from underpass, but Relic's going down early to Shinobi, but a jumping Glock burst fire from JDM puts that op down. Now JDM looking to collect here, but Ryan will be on the other side of the smoke, will be able to collect that frag onto JDM, and now things falling apart for this T-side eco. It's going to be Stan and Else left, but that was still a beautiful burst jump shot from JDM to take down the op and Shinobi. Now just rotating back towards this A site. It's going to be Stan and Else left, as Mark actually the only one left alive on the A site, but I do imagine he's going to be able to spot out these players early enough that Polly and Ryan are going to help out.
And he's put himself in a position back by Ticket Booth where he's going to be able to spot the frags and get cover if he needs to, give himself time to get some support. And have a decent crossfire, but Ryan really needs to hit these shots. Doesn't matter, Paulie is there to make it happen. Flash out from Stan Jesus and a beautiful one at that, able to catch Paulie off guard. A nice little bank over the firebox. I mean, he's not looking to win the round at this point. He's just looking to do some damage, and he's doing quite a bit of it. Ryan down to 24, Mark at 22. He's going to find an M4, and if he can bait this plan out, he could probably pick up a frag or two. Goes for the peek. Eski takes him down. If he could have taken down at least one more player, that would have been a very successful eco. Still, though, 2 frags on an eco round. Pretty healthy. And Incursion making it 11-10 now, coming into this gun round. A lot of weight on SKDC's shoulders as Incursion is looking privy to tie this up.
Yeah, we'll see what happens in this round as JDM now equipped with an AWP. And it does look like he's actually, I thought he was going to go for mid, but I don't think he had a spawn for it now, just looking up top mid, and that is exactly the frags they were looking for. They expected the aggression, and this is the problem. Incursion has tried to push that pretty much, not every round, but once you kind of can gather that pattern together, SKDC clearly counter that. And now, this is looking like the second T-side round for SKDC, but it's not over yet. Eski, Polly, Mark still left alive. Mark from underneath Palace gets a nice frag onto Stan. And it's going to be Eski getting relics. Ocean finally fires back, makes it a 3v2. As the bomb is going to be planted at the A site. Eski now working up from connector. Polly from CT finally gets a frag onto Ocean, but JDM onto Eski. It leaves Polly in a 1v2 where he's got 14 HP. It's just going to be difficult, but he's going to be slowly walking up. He wants to contest. They've got the money to do so. And peeking out now, he almost gets a freebie onto JDM, but firing back JDM, not going to miss that shot. He had a small moment where he had a nade out, and that was the opportunity, but it's going to be 12-10, so not letting it get to that tied scoreline. Still 2 rounds in the favor of SKDC. Incursion needs to keep up this pressure, though, if they want to finish off this map. But SKDC, on the other hand, they can taste the victory. They are few rounds away from making this a 2-0 show match victory.
Based on what I've seen from SKDC, this current lineup, very strong once they start winning. They definitely get that momentum going, and they are hard to stop. And that's just generally the case when you have a team that puts heavy presence on the op, is that there's so much momentum-based play because you can't build up that op play when you don't have the money. We're going to see Shinobi get into things early here, taking down Stan Jesus. Relics from Cat trades out, gets Marky, makes it a 4v4. Bomb is down deep mid, and it looks like they're opting for a Cat play here as there are 2 players pushed up on Cat. That's Relics and JDM. Flash into Connector, a bit of a cute flash there from Ryan, blinding those players pushing up Cat, but they are creeping their way up. There are 2 players over on B. Eski playing that get right spot. Polly pushing into apartments. Meanwhile, the bomb has rotated out, gone towards A. So it looks like they're going to be opting for an A play here, and there's only 1 man on A yet again. Ryan by himself, way back by Ticket Booth.
Oh, look,
they're going to try and storm the site here as Shinobi coming in from Connector. Nades raining out. Molly's holding off those players, so now the man, Tetris Box, that would be Ocean. He's kind of abandoned here while these Mollies dissipate. Relic's going to pick up 1, but gets traded out immediately by Shinobi. JDM with the op finds the body of Ryan. Ocean coming around the bend is going to take down Shinobi, and now Polly, the big flank with the M4, gets 2, taking down JDM and Elsa Mama, making it a 1v1. Ocean and Polly duking it out here. Ocean in sight, both at full HP. Polly and Ocean get into a duel, and Polly takes the frag. And that is now round number 11 for Incursion. off the heels of a big 3K from Pauly on the flank. And quite a play from Incursion there, playing that sneaky beaky like.
Yeah, Pauly was on a huge flank there and went all the way through apps and actually saw them as they were grouping up right outside prepping their smokes at A ramp. So knew all the information, and although all of his buddies died in sight, he was still left alive. So playing that to the T, letting that bomb planter, yep, you can continue to plant that bomb. I'm going to collect that frag in just a moment. So gets that 3K, ends the round in Incursion. They have definitely some life left in them. As we've got SKDC now heading for this B-side play. Eski and Pauly are waiting for it, though. Those nades do significant damage, and already 2 of the T's on the bench make it 3. It's all up to Relics, as they're not going to get a single frag. So good anti-eco continues that economic advantage for the CTs. They've got so much money that they could buy multiple in a row. We're getting down to the wire here, round 25. 12-12, so tie scoreline. We'll see if SKDC can get a couple more on this T side, or if Incursion can win their map pick and move us on to a third map in Inferno.
Yeah, Incursion's looking to take the lead for the first time this game in round number 25, and they have been really impressing me, and it's not really been on necessarily like strong team play. It's mostly been strong individual play. Pauly picking up that big 3K in the last round. Here we see SKDC though opting for a play on A. Shinobi's gonna get the first kill. Marky takes down JDM. Another one for him as Else drops. Relics pushing up connector. Ryan right around the corner of Plywood. We'll see if Relics peeks. He goes for the spray. Finally gets the shot. Shinobi 2 frags on the round. Takes down Ocean as well. Eski's gonna clean things up, and now Incursion with the lead in round number 25, the first time they've had it this entire game. They were down as many as 9 rounds to 0. The fact that they have made it now 13-12 is impressive in and of itself, and they're going to be looking at another eco from SKDC, and this could very well go Incursion's way now. They could be sitting up 14-12 after being down 9-0. That is a ridiculous swing.
Certainly, and now we've got another eco on the board, SKDC, and it was a bit of an odd play, I'm not going to lie, from SKDC. They came out A ramp and not a single one checked underneath balcony. So literally Shinobi got a bunch of freebies, as that's one of the locations that you need to check pretty much first and foremost as you exit A ramp. So Relics going to get dropped first, as now the bomb is heading out of apartments. They just got sprayed down here previously, but now with this smoke down, they're going to be able to get the bomb planted, and that's going to be great for their monetary situation, but it's not going to be a round victory unless Ocean can pull something crazy out, but not going to be the case. Pauly with the CZ75 finishes things off. And that's going to be 14-12 here. Again, they get the bomb down, so it will be a good buy for them in this next round, as they've got money to play with. They should have JDM on an AWP, but this is looking like Incursion want to close this out. 14-12, like you said, round victory. And now 2 rounds in the lead is Incursion.
And right now what I'm seeing from SKDC is they just don't really have a T side on this map.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing as well.
When you watch their eco rounds, they just rush B and get annihilated by nades. They've done it like 3 or 4 times now, and every time they take a ridiculous amount of damage from nades. They just don't really seem prepared for the T side of Mirage, and when you do see them execute, it's a default strat. Smokes and flashes, they usually smoke stairs, smoke jungle, smoke CT, and go A. That's what you see from teams that play this map that don't play it often. We haven't seen anything fancy like smoking off the A site and rushing towards window. We haven't really seen them boost into window or do anything too crazy like that. They've done it maybe once or twice, but they really they're doing default strats, and Incursion is sniffing it out every time, and they look poised to take this. We could be seeing map number 3.
Yep, map number 3 would be Inferno. Knife for sides on that third and final map, but we'll see here if SKDC can do something. Oh, Pauly on the flank once again. He's going to get at least... If he doesn't get 3, I'll be so surprised. He's literally staring beside 2 of them. Gets 1, 2, almost gets Stan. Can he make it a triple? He will, and that's a beautiful flank from him. And that's the problem with sitting around. You've got no map control. They've got Relics out mid, but they can just flank right behind him. So yeah, he's got mid control, but that doesn't matter when Pauly just sneaks all the way through apps. And that aggression, that's proof that aggression on that CT side, if you can make it work, of course it's a risk, but it's a valuable risk if you can get away with it. Pauly showing that he can shut down rounds. He's really taken 2 of the very, very most important rounds, and he's ended them himself purely because of that aggression. So Relic's now gonna have to save this AK-47, but Incursion picks up that map, again, pretty much for free, in that Pauly just utilized his avenue of attack and just continued pressing forward, ended up just standing right beside them, just like, he's calling the strat with them. He's like, oh yeah, I'll smoke CT, guys, don't worry. Oh, by the way, I'm just gonna kill you, and looks like we've swapped over to Inferno, so one of the technical hiccups that I thought we had covered is not going to be taken care of. So, unfortunately, guys, we've not seen the end of the second map as well, and that's going to mean that we are moving to a third map, though, and that means Incursion pulled it off. Would have been nice to be able to see what happened, but it is just the way she goes. So, keep in mind, guys, we do have a number of items being given away after the stream, but that will be after this third and final map does come to a conclusion.
Alright, we are getting right into the knife round here in the CS Select Show Match. SKDC and Incursion on map number 3. And now it's 1v3. Brian picks up one. Gonna get taken down. Obviously, this is knife resides at today's map number 3. SKDC took the first map 16-6. And then Incursion mounted one hell of a comeback on Mirage. They were down as many as 9 rounds to 0. Managed to win, I think 16-12 was the final score. So a great comeback from Incursion. We'll see if that plays a factor here on Inferno. They are going to start on the T side, so we might be seeing another comeback, or they could just ride that wave of momentum here and pick things up on Inferno. I am Boq. With me is Sprawll. Hopefully Sprawll back from the washroom in time for this final map in this show match between SKDC and Incursion.
I like how you even use my Canadian terminology in washroom. I like it. It works out.
Back from the water closet.
Exactly. I still like the time that we did Overpass and we just had to come up with new names every time we used that call out. That was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, we could do that for this as well. We just had to find the spot.
Okay. Challenge accepted. You gotta call Boiler or something every time we call out Boiler. You gotta say something else.
That works for me.
Considering the Boiler's not even there anymore, they took it out of that room and they put it in the back of the truck over near construction. So you can see that that truck attempted to do some construction, taking that Boiler, but managed to crash near that A site. So anyhow, we are waiting for these players to ready up here. Again, this is the CS Select Show Match. And this is an awesome thing that CS Select has started doing here, just doing these show matches for some of the teams that don't always get a lot of spotlight. Obviously, these are teams that we do see fairly often, but it's a nice platform for us to just kind of creatively come up with, well, this is an average best of 3, but we can kind of have our own creativity flow through the show matches here, so we'll see. Definitely let CS Select know what kind of show matches you'd like to see, certain teams that you've wanted to see pit. Maybe they have a rivalry and such. Make sure you guys follow CS Select on Twitter and send all your suggestions over there, but looks like we're live on 3. Pistol round is about to go live. SKDC picking up that knife round means that on the CT side, I'm going to be starting things off, but like you were saying, we'll see if Incursion can utilize that win of the second map, bring that into their T side of Inferno. And it would be huge for them to get pistol round and some rounds on the board early on here.
If Incursion could pick up where they left off in the last game and just continue that momentum they had built in that comeback, they could do very well here on the T side. On the opposite, though, SKDC has been unstoppable CT side. They didn't let a single round up in their first game on their CT side of Cash, and they're already going really hard here in round number 1 on Inferno. The first kill on the round. Relic's picking off Ryan, making it a 5 versus 4. Kenobi, though, there to make it an even Steven. That's Els down to the Glock headshot, and they're wrapping through CT spawn fast here. 2 players caught off guard here in JDM and Relics, so they're going to be pushing into site. Paulie and Eski picking up the frags, and they're going to go for that plant on B. There is a man pushing up Banana right now, but he's going to get caught out by Eski, and now the last player, Stan Jesus, taken down by Shinobi over on the A side. So a great pistol round from Incursion there. Looked like SKDC might potentially take it, getting that early frag, but they just came in and just cleaned house. So 1-0 Incursion right now, and like we said, maybe riding that momentum a little bit from the last game.
Yeah, and the one frag was the only one they actually ended up getting, so Relics with that, but they are going to be staying on a traditional eco here. Sometimes we'll see the CT side on Inferno pick up some armor and such, as it is one of those maps where you can do a lot of damage as an ecoing or a forced up armor pistol CT side, but they're opting to stack arch side. We've got Else, Ocean, and Relics in this location, so here comes the push as well, and actually getting some significant damage on a mark already as JDM still alive as well, as we are going to see this split, or rather this stack, kind of work out at least momentarily, as it is a 3v3 now. Very low HP on Paulie as well. Stan has his work cut out for him, as he does have another smoke grenade here, and he's going to drop it, and now in a very difficult spot is the Incursion lineup.
That smoke is the worst. This is one of those spots on the map where the smoke can do so much, and Ryan pushing out, he's going to get caught out by Else. That's going to even it up, though, as Paulie takes down Else, but Paulie at 6 HP, Ocean at 12. They do have a kit on Ocean and armor as well, but Stan just sitting on the P250. This is a very healthy eco. Even if SKDC loses it at this point, they've done so much damage to the money on the T side of Incursion. Ocean picking up an AK, Stan Jesus with the Galil, and Eski's still sitting at full HP, but only a Tech 9 in hand, so that's going to be a big what if. What if he was able to get a Galil or an AK instead of just that Tech 9? Paulie's going to get caught out almost immediately by Stan Jesus. Here comes the push. Stan picking off both players with the Galil. And that is a huge round from SKDC, a massive anti-eco, and it just deflates the sales for Incursion entirely.
That's exactly right. That just devastates Incursion. As we saw, it was only Ocean that actually picked up an armor and kit. The rest of the team was pretty much just riding off of their upgraded pistols. No armor or anything like that. I was just saying at the start of the round, oh, this is kind of a half, or rather a CT side, where you can armor up, pistol up, and have a decent chance at pulling off that victory. And we can see it's a decent enough chance that they don't even need armor other than Ocean, obviously, and that kit was very effective. So great nades early on as Marky goes down. The bomb just sitting at bottom Banana. Ryan now aggressing up, but Stan on the other side will spot out a player. And you see Paulie on the opposite side of the map, working apartments right now, but this is an eco from the T side of Incursion. They would be very happy to get any frags here, as we do see rifles across the board. Not a lot of money on the CT side. They really need to get some frags.
Absolutely. Not a single kill on the round yet for this eco round from Incursion. Every CT right now sitting at full HP. Else is going to start things out here, taking down Paulie as they tried to push towards, I believe that was towards A. So that did not work out at all. They're going to opt to go back towards Banana, maybe try and get the bomb planted. But this is like the tough position you put yourself in when you take too long on an eco round on Inferno. You lose so much time to smoke grenades on Inferno. Banana, those smokes, they basically take it down to about 20 seconds if they're played right, and you can see this smoke is going to fall apart right around that line. So they're just going to have to run into the site. So you kind of question, why not just do that from the beginning if it's going to come down to just a sprint into site after the smokes fade? And you're going to see them rush out and just get obliterated by the AK of Stan Jesus, picking up the 3K on the round, and that's now 2-1 in favor of SKDC.
And Else, you saw there, I think it was 160 damage with nades. Can't go wrong with that. Flying them down. Banana doing work, and we do see enough money on the T side. They're going to be able to buy here. Galil on Paulie, but the rest of them with AK-47s and a decent nade set. Being that it is Inferno, you might want to have some Molotovs and such. We see it very commonly used on that B site, raining in to kind of stop those specific locations that you know players might be holding from. But as of now, it does look like it's going to be an app side play. We do see Else playing from Porch, and actually an arch side stack from Relics and JDM. So they do have 3 players over here, but not exactly in the position you'd hope for. But Else will open things up, gets one, drops Mark very low, but Mark gets that frag. He's going to go for the bomb plant here as we do see a smoke raining in from Relics. They're going to try and retake from this arch side. Still 4 Ts left up, 4v4. This is definitely looking good for the Ts, but this retake still underway. We've got multiple players from truck side, one from arch. On the CT side, that Molotov's going to do work as JDM drops that into pit, but 3 frags going in the favor of the Ts. This is looking fairly shut down, and Ocean actually through the smoke. It's dropped down to 8 HP and forced to save. That's going to be a nice round here, making it 2-2. So Incursion coming back and not letting any of that momentum kind of get into play for SKDC.
Yeah, great round from Incursion there. You know, storming that A site, getting the bomb down, and just cleaning up. Ocean, the only player left standing, got just lit up through that smoke, had to fall back, couldn't even try and get any exit frags, too low in health. And you're going to see them kind of force up here on the CT side. I mean, it's not necessarily a terrible buy. They got 2 players with body armor. Nades mostly across the board. Ocean swapping out a Mag 7 for the M4 he saved from the previous round. And that's because he's playing on Banana. And it's something we've seen teams do before. They can get behind a smoke on Banana and just completely annihilate with that Mag 7. He's going to flash out in front of cars. JDM is close. JDM did get one early. That's Shinobi down. He has taken quite a bit of damage, down to 1 HP. He's going to have to fall back. Nade's going to rain in, take him down. Not sure what he was thinking, still staying in that position. So Ocean now behind this smoke with a Mag 7 in hand, potentially poised to take a frag here on the 9-man pushing up. That would be Ryan. And right now it looks like Ocean's going to try and find that op if he can, but it has since vanished, pulling that Houdini hat-trick disappearing act that you see so often.
Yeah, that was definitely something you wanted to pick back up, but I did see a little bit there, but I don't think it was in a position where you could actually click E on it and pick it up. So, falls back with his Mag 7. Not so happy about that, but we have the bomb situated near hay bale. We've got a number of players working towards A, and actually Pauly getting aggressive in apps will go down to Stan. So that even man count that they had is no longer there. Actually, Stan goes down, so make it a 3v3. They're going to be wrapping onto this A site, so Else, the person to watch out for, as still inside of pit, but we do see Relics making his way all the way into library. He's behind multiple, and he's actually going to get a decent spray down, but drops 0. But it's important to note that there's only 5 seconds left. They do finally get that bomb down, so Relics pushed out a library. He's going to be able to help out his teammates, and he does get a number of frags here. Eski, last one alive, sends a spray onto Ocean, but the CTs will be able to get that round. 3-2 the score line, as that retake worked out in their favor. Incursion able to get one on the board, but now back on that losing side. We'll see with that bomb plant. They should have enough money to buy him this next round here.
Yeah, their economy is more than stable enough at this point for them to buy. Now you can see there's players sitting at 4,750. That's the weakest money is on Ryan at 4,300. More than enough to buy. That delay, even though they didn't stop the bomb plant, it allowed their players to get in better position. Ocean was rotating all the way over from B with that Mag 7. Because they were able to delay that plant as long as they had, that gave SKDC all the time they needed to get into position for the retake. So that spray down from library, even though they were able to get the bomb plant, was a huge factor in that round and giving SKDC the W. So now SKDC trying to make it 4-2 here in round number 6. Incursion able to buy up here, as we said. So it looks like they're putting a presence over on Banana, getting into a bit of a duel here. Ocean already low, down to 15 HP. And there's some trades going on already. Pauly drops Else, but gets taken down by JDM's op. There's some men in apartments right now. That is Mark, and one more, I believe that is Eski. JDM playing towards truck side with the op, watching boiler room right now. And we do see some players pushing a Banana as well. So Incursion kind of just spreading out, trying to find picks. And they are doing so pretty well here as Shinobi gets one over on Banana. That's Stan Jesus down. And the only player over by Banana is Relics, and he's wrapping into construction right now. 2 players pushing up, and this could be an excellent fake as the bomb is still over in A. The 9-man pushing up, that would be Ryan wrapping right around into construction, and he could flank Relics in sight. Relics obviously knows he's there. He knows what's happening here. He has to find the head of Ryan before Ryan finds his. He does, and he takes it off. And look at this. The SKDC team showing some serious discipline here, not rotating out despite the fact that a man was pushing in. And there's someone in pit. That's Ocean getting the first one, gets the second one. So despite being down to 15 HP, picking up 2 quick frags. JDM, though, spots out Mark, going for the plant. Going to come around the corner with the op. Take him down. So 4-2, SKDC picking up round number 6. And it was a nail-biter, but they did come out with the W there. So Incursion probably going to have to eco here coming into round number 7. And they're probably wondering what happened as they've had multiple rounds get very close, but they let SKDC slip back into it.
Yeah, and that came down to checking the pit. Ocean just staying alive underneath there. I believe that they just jumped right out of balcony and went onto the truck into sight. And the problem with that is that you've got a lurking player inside a pit. Ocean didn't have a lot of HP, so if they just literally looked his direction, they probably could have secured that frag. But Ocean staying alive, getting 2 as they tried to plant there. Didn't work out, and now we see an eco round from Incursion. They've got 2 players already down. We've got Mark pushing down stairs towards X-Boiler here. JDM went on to Polly, so it's Esky and Mark left in this eco round as Mark will die inside of wood floor area. I don't know what else to call it. I'm out of ideas already, Box. We're going to see Esky go down bottom of stairs. I guess that works. I think I already said that, though.
Right by the hot water heater? I mean, we could go on and on with that.
I tried, but I failed pretty early on, so we'll try, though. We'll continue.
By the furnace? I mean, come on now.
I guess, but there's actually nothing in that closet. That's the problem. Well, I guess there still is. There's some.
Fine, we'll call that R. Kelly spot. He was trapped in the closet, not able to get out, gets gunned down.
God, that's awesome. All right, well, round number 8 underway. It's going to be a rifle round here as Incursion looks to put another one on the board. They've got multiple players up. Alt mid right now, heading into apartments. We'll see if Ryan opts to head down near R. Kelly.
I'm going to laugh every time we say that. So, down in the R. Kelly spot right now, no one over there. But Incursion picking up 3 quick frags there. Ryan, Marky, and Paulie taking down El Stan, Jesus, and Relics. Relics did get one that was Mark down, but I'd imagine here in a 4v2 that Sapphire Kelowna is going to just try and save these rifles. They have an AWP on JDM and Ocean with an M4, and their money is okay, but a retake here is not necessarily worth the risk to Incursion, but they're up 5-2, and they know exactly what they're facing against. Clock is ticking away, so definitely a smart play here to save these rifles. Maybe they'll get an exit frag or 2, but I imagine that Incursion is in the same boat as they are, not wanting to take this too aggressively, just trying to hold on to their guns for the next round.
Yeah, and that AWP is a big thing to hold on to. And although I'm talking about the size, obviously, it being super powerful as well helps out that big green rifle. So JDM, like I said, hanging on to that, and Ocean dropping his M4 to the broke Stan Jesus, so they are able to get fully equipped here. We've got 4 M4s on the board. JDM with that AWP, and Incursion with 3 rounds. They're doing fairly decent for themselves on this T side, being that we're on the 9th round. They're already on 3, so comfortable spot for them definitely would be around 5 rounds if they can get it. But Ocean gonna get 3 frags early on, 2 of them via his rifle, 1 via that Molotov. But Esky and Polly are gonna be left on the field. See if they can get anything done. Do have AK-47s in hand, but we're going to see here, peeking around the corner, it's going to be another frag for Ocean, hopefully for him, but no, Polly puts him down through the wood. And now Stan on 14 HP. We'll see if they opt to just push through. Doesn't look like it's going to be the situation, but JDM on the flank. This is going to be crucial as they actually spot his rifle. That's going to be 1, but make it 2 for JDM. Gets those frags as they try and make their way back to mid, but 6-3 the scoreline. A nice pickup there from the CT side, and the T's still fairly broke as Mark, he's got $1,400 in his pocket.
Now, I mean, what can you say? JDM doing what JDM does. You know, he's getting very confident with his AWP right now. He's still not quite at what I would have expected from him. When he was playing for the Netcode Guides roster, he came in and he brought a serious infusion of talent and energy. But look at this eco right now. The anti-eco from SKDC, they get aggressive, nading down mid, knowing exactly what they're facing against. and they just completely cleaned house. Only 1 kill for Incursion there, and that was on the Relics. But the money on the SKDC side, obviously very good. They can afford to rebuy for at least a round or two, so losing a player or two there, it's kind of a power move. You know, you're going and saying, like, yeah, we know you're on the eco, but we're just not even going to let you get out of your spawn. So they push up mid and just completely obliterate those players at the top of the stairs with nades, and they end that round quick. So Incursion back on the buy here, coming into round number 11. AKs across the board except for Mark. He's sitting on a Galil and a smoke, still not recovering from that bad money he had earlier. Pretty decent nades for them, but on the other side we see an op on JDM, 4 M4s, or 3 M4s and an AK, so SKDC looking really good money-wise. As we're coming into round number 11, the first frag on the round going to JDM's op. That's Mark down. He's sitting towards Van right now, going towards Porch, and he's just trying to peek out the hot water heater. Still no one in there just yet. Looks like Incursion is opting for a B play as they have 3 players over on Banana. Mollies and nades raining out from SKDC. Shinobi pushed up. Ryan and Eski are there, but there's that dreaded smoke we know so much about. 45 seconds left on the clock, and they're going to have to wait that one out. It's going to leave them with very little time to try and get into the site, and it could be devastating for the round now, as they might even have, I believe, another smoke. No, They have no more smokes on there, so they did just throw it out. So Stan Jesus on the other side of the smoke, getting 1, getting 2. Ghost for the 3rd, not able to find it, but Ocean there is able to take him down. Eski is off the board. Pauly finds the frag onto Ocean. 15 seconds left on the round. He's got to go for the plant. And here comes the push. A 1v3 with 15 HP. Gonna be hard. And he does not come up with it. Relics takes him down. So yeah, my mistake. They did deploy a second smoke, although it was way too early. Didn't even matter anyway, as Incursion was fully prepared to push through it. So 8-3 now for SKDC, and this is looking pretty strong for SKDC here.
Yeah, definitely. Luckily for Pauly, was able to get that bomb plant last round, but unfortunately they're just short of what they would require to get a buy-in, so eco round here, but opting to throw some armor into the pistol game here is the T side of Incursion. But definitely running away with things right now is the CT of SapphireKelowna, but definitely on this T side. We even saw it on the previous match, or previous maps rather, where SKDC's up, but coming back as Incursion, so they definitely could make something happen nearing the end of this half. But Ryan goes down early on. They've taken control of the closet room here, as they're just having some players up in apartments as well, so still kind of a quiet round as Ryan was dropped, but now looks like Shinobi's trying to work the side of the smoke. Relics actually on the other side very close. And he suspects that there could be a player on the other side, and his suspicions would be correct, as now Mark is going to join Shinobi. Going to try and make their way out here, but oh, Stan with a good peek, but gets traded upon by Pauly. Coming out in that spin the bottle room, but now we've got Eski. We'll take down Els in a 1v3 here. And we'll see if he can get anything else done. 30 seconds left on the clock.
And he's going to peek out Ocean and get taken down, so now 9-3 for SKDC. But this is a very CT-sided map, more so than I think a lot of people realize. It's not like Nuke or the old Overpass, because Overpass not nearly as CT-sided as it once was. It's not like Cobble, or I should say the old Cobble, because Cobble 2 is not quite like it was. But Inferno, if you know how to play the CT side, you can really lock players out of sights. You know, we talked about those smokes at the top of Banana. You can get a 3-man hold over on A. The crossfire is so strong, so a 12-3 half, I've seen it happen multiple times before on Inferno, so it's not necessarily unheard of. We're going to see SKDC start things out, though, with the kill on to Shinobi. So already looking like a round that's going the favor of SKDC. As they push out of this smoke in mid, they're going to run right into that molly. Take a little bit of damage, but smoke's raining out here. Incursion trying to get onto site. Relics gets 1, gets 2, almost gets the 3rd. Eski takes him down, but Else is there for the trade. Ocean taking down the last man standing, Marky. A nice round from SKDC. So 10-3 coming into round number 14. And the money on Incursion just not looking too hot.
No, not at all, and they've got 2 rounds left here, and they want to put, hopefully at least 1 on the board, obviously hoping for 2 to make it a 10-5 half, but being that we've got very little equipment here, they are going to be forcing up with with armor and such. Not a full force. This is going to be just armor and CZ75s. But the mid-push from the CTs, they are going hyper-aggressive here, and it's working out as we're going to see 3 Ts dropped. Make it for Shinobi. Last one of the fields will go down, so JDM getting aggressive with that AWP gets a triple. And that was shut down very early on, and with armor, you would think that they might be able to battle back against that a little bit, but no. SKDC just tramples them, and 11-3 is the score line. Obviously, they are able to buy up on that T side for the last round of this half, but it's not exactly the buy they were... it's not bad. Ryan is the only one kind of lacking nades, but he does have the AWP. Eski has a Molotov in hand, but we haven't seen a ton of that kind of play in this half as of yet. But last round here, we'll see if it's going to be a 12-3 or 11-4.
Yeah, I mean, right now, SKDC is looking very strong. I mean, the issue I saw with SKDC in the previous maps was that their anti-eco was abysmal. They were getting obliterated. Even on rounds they won, it wasn't close. It was like 2v2s that shouldn't happen on anti-ecos. The difference here, they have been dominating Incursion on anti-ecos. I mean, it's not even close. They're pushing up mid, they're getting aggressive. Rounds are ending within 20 seconds, so that is huge. Right now, though, Incursion starts off with a good pick onto JDM, so that's the up or down for SKDC. And we'll see if that can open things up here for them, as they really want to take round number 15 and head into the half with an 11-4 scoreline. You know, it's just one round, but it makes such a big difference to your mental state. 12-3 and 11-4. I mean, there's a lot to be said about those two score lines. So here we see SKDC trying to hold off this push on A. Pauly in apartments going for the spray down into the site. Gets one, but Else is there to pick up 2, picks up 3. Relic's getting Pauly as well, and now it's down to Ryan. Ryan with the op wrapping around Archside, could get flanked by the one man, that's Ocean. Ocean gets spotted out by Ryan, misses the shot, goes for the peek onto Else, gets a nice headshot from the P250, traded out by Relic. So 12-3 SKDC over Incursion right now. Coming into the second half, SKDC's got to be feeling good about their performance on the CT side, but anything can happen as Incursion is swapping over to the much coveted CT side. SKDC obviously looking to pick up this pistol and put this game behind them.
And pistol about to start here. Incursion needs this, and by need I mean they need it. I was thinking of a better word there, but I couldn't come up with anything. So they definitely require this round, and that is going to be a huge pickoff. Shinobi's on the bench, and he wants that one back, but we do see 2 CTs pushed up mid already. They're coming in behind these players at Banana, but Relic's with the frag. We're going to see Relic's getting 2. This aggression is falling apart. Ryan and Pauly, last one alive, but Pauly goes down as they opt to switch sites. They throw all those players up mid, and it's up to Ryan in a 1v5, and this is looking bleak as it's going to be, hiding around this corner. JDM was looking for a knife kill, but Else will spare Ryan as he gets that headshot, and now 13-3. The sinking feeling when you were hoping to come back and win out on CT side, and you drop the pistol round.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically, in my mind, that kind of seals the game. Obviously, Incursion isn't going to give up, but they're going to be on an eco round here. They're down 10 rounds, and SKDC could potentially make this 14-3, then maybe even 15-3 as they're going to be facing off against another eco. So they're already going to be on match point, and Incursion would have to win 12 straight rounds in order to make this happen. That's just a difficult task. So hats off to Incursion for their comeback on the last map, but I don't think I'm going to see that here. If I had to bet my money on this game, I'd say at best we're going to see 16-5 where it stands right now.
And I'm a little bit, maybe not surprised. I kind of suspected they would go for a force buy here in Incursion, just trying to stop the momentum, try and just get a foothold on the CT side. But Shinobi inside a bedroom right now. He might get pushed, but JDM, being that he's got a MAC-10, it's a pretty nice close-range weapon as well, and will pack a mighty punch as well as getting him a little bit more money in the bank for his frags. But Shinobi now pushing down into
Furnace.
He didn't push down, so I don't have to come up with something. He goes back up. Now he is going down into the hot room of sorts. Else will take him down. But it is going to be the T's taking control of that A site, and the stack at B, that womp womp moment where you're just like, oh, they picked the other site.
Yeah, they put a lot into that. They were obviously hoping they could turn things around here. It would have been a huge round to do it, but instead it's just going to all fall apart here. Ocean and Stan Jesus getting to Ryan and Marky down. Now Paulie and Esky. Stan Jesus is dropped to 2 HP, but at this point it's not about frags at all for Incursion. It's about winning rounds. They're down 14-3. It doesn't matter how much economic damage they do to SKDC because it's just a matter of time. You're fighting against the ticking clock. I mean, when you give a team this big of an advantage, the odds of a comeback just get slimmer and slimmer because they only have to string together 1 or 2 rounds to end it. So now, obviously, Incursion going for the force buy. That's kind of why they didn't buy up much in the last round because they knew they would be able to buy rifles and armor in this round. So if they can stave this off, I'd be surprised. But if they lose this, that's the game.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna use some analogy, or not an analogy, but a saying that I believe is Everest. I was casting with him, and he said one of the guys that taught him most of what he knew about Counter-Strike, said that even if you do the right strategy, it's only going to work, I believe it was 70% of the time is the stat that he gave it. Even if you pick the perfect strategy for what you should probably do in that round, it's only going to work 70% of the time because there still is things out of your control. So even if Incursion can do the right strategy here, it still might not work out in their favor. So I'm probably butchering the hell out of his saying, but the idea is that although you can be perfect, there is things out of your control, and it can just, the unexpected can always happen. So we are 45 seconds away from round number 18 coming to a close, as it does look like it's going to be a B-side play, and this is some cheeky play. JDM already pushed into CT, and Paulie will go down eventually, but not after emptying a full clip of the Mag 7, but look at this pinch here. We've got the CTs just coming in hot. They're going to try and close on Banana. It's actually working out as Relics, last one alive inside of Banana at least, but JDM pushing inside of sight. Esky from new boxes will put some fire in, but Relics finally is able to trade, so they will be able to get the bomb down here, and in a 1v2, this is doable for Relics.
Absolutely, and if it was going to be any player, it's going to be him. He knows these players are coming from a Banana. He spotted them both out, goes for the peek, can't get the shot. Marky takes him down, so Incursion lives to see another round here. It's going to be 14-4, so maybe not quite out of this yet. They're going to get some rifles, get some AKs trading up for their FAMASs, but this is still a very difficult task as SKDC has been very strong on this map, and they still have more than enough money to buy. Getting the plant was good because now they can pick up that AWP and put it on JDM, and if they can take this round, then the money on Incursion is just completely in the garbage, and they'll be looking at a 15-4 scoreline facing off against a very, very weak Incursion buy.
Yeah, Incursion needs to just get flawless round after flawless round, start building up some economy.
Basically,
and that's pretty much their winning situation. But it's a lot harder said than, or a lot easier said than done, rather, as we do see some players working up alt mid on the T side. Stan now entering into apps else here already as well. If we take a look at the CT side setup, it's going to be Mark and Ryan kind of playing this vertical positioning here. It's not a stack because they're not on top of each other. I guess you could call it a stack that they're in similar positions, but anyhow, we are going to see them one on top of the roof at porch. Mark will get one as they're going to try and peek out of the water closet. I'm out of ideas. I'm done, man. I'm done. Esky and Paulie, the last two left on the map, as SKDC looked to close out. They pushed out a porch side, took control of it. Now Paulie trying to get cheeky through the smoke, but won't be able to make it through there. I'm not really sure why he was trying for a push through the smoke, as that smoke was fresh, and there's 4 T's up. Most likely watching that position, but JDM finishes off the round as Esky doing similar things, peeking the side of a smoke. He'll get punished for it, and match point here for SKDC. Incursion look a little bit out of it, and I can't blame them. This map has not looked so good for them.
Yeah, I mean, the idea there by pushing the smokes is that they're not in a position where they can afford to walk away. They can't give up any time. They just needed to get into the site, and they need to do what they can to try and win. And they knew the position they were in. The only thing they could try to do was maybe catch them off guard by pushing the smoke. Instead, they go down. Now it's 15-4. SKDC up 11 rounds on Incursion. On match point here in map number 3. They were able to take the first map 16-6, lost the second one 16-12, and that's what brought us here to Inferno for the CS Select Showmatch Series, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, but it looks like it's going to be all she wrote for Incursion as Relix gets the first frag of the round. That's Esky down. Else picking off Marky as he jumps out a window, so now it's a 5v3. Paulie, Shinobi, and Ryan trying to take this to overtime if they can. They'd have to win 11 straight here on the back of an eco round, and that's going to be quite a difficult task. There is a man over in construction there, and he is trying to do what he can. All these players are rotating in, but I think it's just a little too late, as SKDC has excellent post-plant positioning here. Not a single kit. Actually, Paulie does have a kit. Shinobi's going to get one, get traded out immediately by Ocean, and Relix picking up Ryan. Now it's all on Paulie. A 1v3 here with the CZ. Gets the first one, almost gets the second. Traded out there by Ocean, and that is GG. All she wrote for Incursion here, losing 2-1 to SKDC. And even though they lost 16-4 on the final map, they gave it their all on Mirage. It was an excellent match, so hats off to them. And again, I'm really surprised by the comeback they mounted in the previous map.
I agree. Yeah, no, that was definitely, this is a great show match for them. They showed that they have what it takes to take on the lights of SKDC, and SKDC showing some nice plays as well. So thanks to both of them for coming out. We got a show match concluded here. We really appreciate all the support, guys. We are going to be doing some giveaways. So if you've stuck around for the giveaways, we are going to have a little blip in the stream where essentially it'll go down for about a minute, then it'll come back up live, and then once it comes back up live, I know that sounds like a con setting up. Just wait here, and we'll be back with the giveaways. Don't worry, we'll be back. No, we are going to be going live once again after we take a short break. The stream will probably have a blip of about a minute, but as for me and Boq, we are done tonight. I am Sprawll, and again, Boq by my side. You can follow me on Twitter at officialsprawll. You can follow Boq at Boq_TV, so BOQ_TV. So hopefully you guys can jump over, support us as well. We love doing this kind of show match thing, and I'm sure we'll have more content on this channel in the future, so keep your eyes out for CS Select. But that's going to be it for tonight. If you guys want to stick around for the giveaways, again, wait about a minute after the stream goes down. It'll come back up. We'll do all the giveaways. I believe they have 7 skins to give away there, courtesy of Trade Ninja. So thanks again for their sponsorship, and that's going to be it, guys. Thank you very much once again, and we'll see you all very, very soon.